If your taskbar is not showing or just not working in general on your Windows computer, then keep watching, as in this video I'm going to share with you some quick and easy troubleshooting steps to solve this issue. You will need to go through each of these solutions to find the one that works for you, so without further ado, let's launch up the Task Manager by heading to the Start menu and searching for Task Manager. Then click on the Task Manager icon, and inside of the Processes tab we need to find something called Windows Explorer, then right click on Windows Explorer and we're just going to restart this process. Then we can come over to the Details tab from the left here, and you need to scroll all the way down to find a process called Runtime Broker. Once you've found the process Runtime Broker, we're going to right click on this and select End Task. Just confirm by pressing End Process, and then do the same for all of these processes here. Then once we've shut down any processes related to Runtime Broker, we're then going to scroll down further and search for a process called searchhost.exe. If you can't find it from the list, you can use this search box at the top. Just search for search host, and as you can see it comes up here. We're just going to right click on this and select End Task, click on End Process, and then we need to find something called Search Indexer. Once again we can do that by searching up here, and then right clicking on the process and selecting End Task. Click on End Process, and finally you need to find a process called Shell Experience Host. Now for me this process is already disabled, but if you have a process called Shell Experience Host, then just right click on it and select End Task. We can then close out of this window, and the next thing we're going to do is head over to the Start menu and search for CMD. Then right click on the command prompt and make sure to run as administrator. Now inside of this command window we're going to type in the following command: dism.exe/online /cleanup-image/restore health. Then you can hit enter, and this is just a tool that we can use to scan our files to check for any corrupt or missing or damaged files. And once that scan gets to 100%, the next thing we can type in here is sfc/scan now and hit enter. Once again, this is going to check all of your core Windows system files just to ensure that nothing's missing or damaged. And once we've run these two commands, we can head out of the command prompt window. And if your taskbar is still not working, the next thing we can do is head back to the Start menu, and this time you're going to search for Regedit and then click on the Registry editor. Now before we make any changes inside of here, it's always good to create a backup, so just come over to File and select Export, and you're going to give your file a name. I'm just going to call it Backup, and then we can hit Save, and then that way we always have a point to restore our computer to, just in case anything goes wrong. So once you've created your backup, you then need to come into HKey Current User, expand the Software folder, come down to Microsoft and expand that. Come all the way down to the bottom with the W's, and we need to find the folder called Windows, so we need to expand that. Inside of Current Version, inside of Explorer, and you should see a folder called Advanced, just select that. And then inside of this Advanced folder you should see a long list of processes. We're just going to right click on the white space here and select New, and select DWORD 32-bit value. And you need to give it the name Enable, capital X, lowercase AML, capital S for Start, and then Menu with a capital M, and we can press Enter. Now I'm going to leave this in the video description so you can just copy and paste it. And once we've added our process inside of here, we need to double click on it and then just ensure the value data is set to 0 and press OK. And then once you've added this process, you need to restart your computer, and we can then check to see if the taskbar is working. Now if that's still not fixed the issue, the next thing we can do is come back to the Start menu and search for Settings. Tap on the Settings icon, come down into the Personalization tab, scroll all the way down to Taskbar, come down into Taskbar Behaviors, and inside of here you want to make sure your settings are somewhat similar to mine. Just make sure Show Badges on Taskbar Apps are selected, Show Flashing on Taskbar Apps, and also share any window from my taskbar. Then we can head out of this window. Then the last thing we need to do is come over to the Start menu and search for Powershell. Then make sure to right click on Powershell and make sure to run as administrator. Now inside of here we're going to copy and paste a command. I've already got it saved to my notepad, and once again I'm going to leave this in the video description so you guys can copy and paste this too. I'm going to head back over to Windows PowerShell, and this command is going to reinstall all of the Windows apps and processes on your machine. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in here and hit enter. If you get a bunch of error messages in here, don't worry about that. We can then close out of this window, and once more we're going to restart our computer, and when your computer turns back on, that should have fixed any problems you're having with the taskbar. If this video did help you, then please drop a like and subscribe. Until next time.